Chatty Wednesdays with me.
Hi! Since we've all got a little bit more time on our hands recently, I am trying to keep to a schedule of uploading every Wednesday. And yeah, some of them are going to be a bit chatty, like this video. It's going to be just a little chatty update kind of video. I'm going to be answering some of your questions and just some FAQs that keep coming up recently. So the first one that comes up quite a lot, which I want to talk about, is when are you going to be back playing on the South Bank? The answer to that is I don't know. If this is the first video of mine that you're watching, hi, my name's Charlotte Campbell. I'm a full-time busker and, well, I was before COVID. My regular spot that I play on is along the South Bank in London, underneath the London Eye. And it's a really, really lovely spot. It's very picturesque, and I've got a nice community of people there that I like to perform, you know, alongside. That is a licensed pitch, so you have to have an audition. The permit is free, but you audition with the South Bank Centre. They issue the licenses. We do have a really, really nice community there, and it's just, I just prefer that spot because I know who's going to be there, and I've got my friends, and we look out for each other. And the South Bank also check in with us and make sure things are going smoothly, and I just generally feel quite like part of something by playing there. With that, it also means it is a permit, and therefore I do need permission to be there from the South Bank Centre because it's privately owned land, even though it's open to the public for walking through, but it's technically privately owned, so you need permission from the landowners, and the landowners are the South Bank Centre. The South Bank Centre are in touch with the performers who play down there. They keep good contact with us, and they've been in touch to say that they currently are not welcoming back any of their performers, including the street performers and the open air performers, because they don't want to encourage crowds to gather on their land, which is totally, I can appreciate. You know, it's against government guidelines to have large groups. Obviously, open air performances are legal, but for now they've said that they don't want that going on, which means that my spot where I always like to play is out of bounds for performance right now, and it's not really an option for me to go and play there. So that's what's going on really with that, because a lot of people are asking when I'm going to get back to it, and it's not so much a choice of mine, although I would have to consider that there wouldn't be that many tourists and people around. The lure of me playing there really is that it's quite a busy part of London, and the footfall is going to be much lower. So it's definitely a combination that even if I could go back, I don't know if it would be worth it, and for now I don't have the option. That decision's been made for me by the South Bank Centre, so that's fine. So that's why I'm not playing on the South Bank at the moment, and I'm keeping myself busy with other things until I hear more from the South Bank. I'm just trying to stay in support of what I think is a fantastic organisation, arts centre, and a building that is so full of life and so full of great things that I really hope is able to reopen. The next update I want to give to you is cash versus card in terms of busking. So as I said, I'm not busking on the South Bank currently, it's out of bounds, but I am taking opportunities that I previously would have turned down, because I always make the South Bank my priority, because I like to know that you guys can come and find me. If you ever want to come and find me, you know where I am. So I tend to turn down other opportunities to busk elsewhere, because I just think I'd rather be in one place, but obviously I can't play there right now, so I'm taking some other opportunities to busk in new places, and one of those places was Walthamstow Market, which I busked at last Sunday. Just to let you know, any buskers out there, I think cash may not be as dead as we think. It was fairly busy at Walthamstow Market, like social distancing, and obviously people were being careful, but I did have quite a few drops of coins in my little busking case, which really was a surprise to me. I had my card reader out. 3 people used the card reader, and 2 of those people had come specifically to the market to see me, so they knew me and they knew about my card reader. So one stranger used the card reader, and everybody else opted for cash. It wasn't great money, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if that was based on the pitch itself, or because people are aware that we're about to go into a recession, or people aren't carrying as much cash and they still don't trust the card reader. I don't know. I think a combination of all of those things, to be honest. But definitely a much bigger percentage of people paid in cash. So not dead. Not necessarily dead. I am busking at Camden Market next weekend, the 25th of July, so I'll keep you posted on whether or not more people used cash or used card there. But for now, it does seem like cash may not be dead as we thought. Alright, I got a couple of questions that you guys asked. So this is from Vic. Hi Vic. Thank you for this very helpful info. You're welcome, Vic. Have just recently been looking into it after PayPal sent me info on it. Do you still take cash as well? Yes, I mean, I still take cash. I'm not going to turn down cash. But I really wanted to get the card reader up and running and with good signage and clear information about it, because I do think people will be carrying less and less cash post-COVID. But as I said, I was busking on the weekend and it didn't seem to be the case. The other thing that I did, which I didn't actually use at the market, but I got printed was a QR code with my PayPal on. So that goes straight to my paypal.me, which I am going to put out. I didn't put it out at Walthamstow Market because I just got a sense that people were going to be carrying more cash. It just seemed, I could just tell from the off. It's nice to have, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I think PayPal do card readers themselves, so definitely look into that. PayPal is generally trusted by the general public, so it might be worth doing. I also got new cards printed. This side has my social media on, and this side has a little bit of information about the fact that buskers are going to suffer if people don't carry cash, and so letting people know I take card, and I've also got my PayPal QR on there. So yeah, I've got those printed for people to take away if they choose to, but I guess if they're coming to take a card, they're probably not too worried about COVID. I don't know. Out of curiosity, can you give me the details about the stand and case cradle for the iZettle? A couple of people asked me about this. I do have a link in the description to a different case cradle. The reason I haven't got the same one is because I can't seem to find it now. I got it on Amazon a really long time ago. I'm going to keep looking to see if I can find the exact one, because the one I have is really good, but it's basically just an iPhone clip. So if you look on our Amazon for iPhone clip, or if you, I've put one in the description if you want to find it. It is an Amazon affiliate link. Most of the links in the description are Amazon affiliate. You don't pay anything extra, but I do get something out of it, so if you could use my links, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, for some reason I can't find the exact one that I have, but if you can find any iPhone clip that will clip to your mic stand, or like whatever it is that you're using as a stand for the iZettle. The iZettle itself is a really similar size to an iPhone, so if you look at the sizing, you could, any like clip that's going to hold your phone would really hold the iZettle just fine. Thanks for the videos, they've been really helpful. You're welcome, Captain Andy. I took my iZettle out for the first time, only 2 people used it so far. Same, Andy, same. Do you ever have connectivity problems? My phone occasionally has been reconnected to the iZettle, it loses connection somehow. Obviously the iZettle's running on your phone data or on Wi-Fi if you're able to get it, but obviously when you're out busking, unlikely, so you're going to be using your phone data. So there are some disconnection problems sometimes, especially I found when I played on the South Bank. There's really bad signal down there because there's usually so many people. So sometimes there are connectivity issues. I don't have many Bluetooth connectivity issues. I find in general, once it's connected, it stays connected. The only thing I find is internet connections. But if you are having any problems with connectivity, I would just make sure your batteries are charged on both things. My iZettle just does switch off when it's out of battery, and it doesn't really give you any warning, it just switches off. So sometimes if I'm not checking, it switches off and I haven't noticed. Really annoying. As I mentioned, don't forget to get yourself a little portable charger. This is one, it looks a little bit like an iPhone, but it's just a portable charger, and I can charge it up, it charges my phone, it charges my iZettle, and really handy to have that, especially if you're using the iZettle for more than an hour. Then I would really recommend you get a portable phone charger. This answers your question, Dan Farrell. Superb vid, thanks Dan. Would you say the charge on the card reader lasts for at least an hour? Yes, it does. It'll do you an hour for sure. I tend to do a 2-hour pitch usually, so it's really annoying to run out halfway through. But if you're just doing 1 hour and then you're able to go somewhere and charge the card reader, then yeah, it'll do you an hour for sure, even if it's on the whole time on the repeat pay. Tap to tip. I'm going to pretend to invent that from Charlotte's previous post. Well, I don't think I invented tap to tip, right? But I've got a new catchphrase. Tip, tap or tag. So ways to show your support: tip with money, tap with a card reader, or tag me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter and Facebook. See Campbell Music. So yeah, I made that little sign. I don't know if people will really get it. This whole thing, it needs a catchphrase, so I'm copywriting this at least: tip, tap or tag. So that's pretty much everything you need to know, and if you have any questions, I would love to answer them. If you've got any topics you'd really like me to talk about, let me know. I would love to hear what you have to say, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks, bye.
Chatty Wednesdays with me.